Fusion! Ha!
Gurren, yes! I am back. It's been a while since I've done a review. Let me sit down. I was gonna do something, standing up, but why? Why when there are seats available? Why is it so hot in here? Gurren Lagann. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Are you interested in good action scenes? Do you like great character development, story progression, and decent, appealing animation? Oh, here's the kicker. All in 27 episodes? This anime is for you! Now, I'm not going to spend too much time. Now, normally my videos can go a little long because, I'm trying to set the scene and everything. I'm not going to do that here. I just want to talk about a few things. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is, what is this anime about? Gurren Lagann is about a young boy named Simon, who lives in an underground village, and we are following his journey to the surface. That's the baseline of what this is about. Now, let's go a little deeper. No pun intended. Let's go a little deeper. Then, as you continue to watch, you notice that, or you ask yourself the question, wait, why are these people underground? Why are they not above the surface? Then you find out that on the surface, there are these things called beastmen, who are basically animals in these large machines that are basically killing off humans if they come up to the surface. So that's basically all you're going to get in the intro episodes, etc. Because you're like, what is going on? Why are the humans down, underground? What's on top? What are beastmen, etc. Now, let's get to the spoilers! Man, look. Now, I'm known to be a crier when it comes to animes that get you in your feels about whether it's someone dying, whether it's about a powerful message, whether it's this great plot. Man, I think I cried about 25 times in this anime. Let's just start in the beginning with the role of Kamina and how he played a pivotal part in Simone's life. When he's saying stuff like, dude, don't believe in yourself. Don't believe in me. Believe in me that believes in you. Oh my God. I don't think anybody has ever said something like that to me ever in my life. That is absolutely crazy. And just him being like this polarizing figure of aggression and just being a leader and understanding the roles that people play. Simone, he's the digger. He's the workhorse. But all workhorses need direction. They need inspiration. They need leadership to guide them to their point. And that's why this dynamic duo was so beautiful, man. And when we got to the point where, he was battling and he ended up sacrificing his life to save Simone and all that, it wrecked me. It wrecked me. Because they weren't blood brothers. But the struggle made them brothers. The goal to get up there, the drill to the heavens. Man, that stuff was so beautiful, man. That was so beautiful. That was number one that I want to talk about. Number two I want to talk about was after Kamina, after he died, the way the anime portrayed Simone just into just somebody who just lost his way, lost his love for drilling, lost his purpose. They did such a masterful job at just showing the effect that one person can have on you when you don't have that root in yourself. Man, it was impeccable. Just seeing him down in the dumps, seeing him not be able to focus on anything but just drilling figurines of Kamina and like just watching everything unravel around him, but he didn't care. He lost everything in his eyes. Crazy. And then was it Mia? For her to kind of come in the mix, pull him out the dumps, and it was like a full just 360 in his character development of like, okay, this is the jump start, this is the boost that he needed. Now let me go back for those, because I did skip a pivotal part, right, of the plot, which was when they were digging, they found the first, Gurren. I don't know what you call the machines, I forgot. But they kind of found like the first base, or I guess it was Lagann. And the key, the drill, and all that. So of course, still on Simone and everything. So that was very pivotal, right? Because that's how they control the beast, the gunmen, and everything. That's how they control, all the things, all that jazz, right? But it was just incredible to see the full 360 of his character, the jump of it, and what just really ignited him just really coming to that light of being that leader, of leading the troops to battle against the Spiral King that they found, etc. That was beautiful. And then, the fight scenes and all that, love it. Then you get to the element of phase 3 that I want to talk about, was the kind of 6-7 years later. First and foremost, who told Simone he could grow like 8 inches? This guy was tall as shit. I was like, what? What's going on? And then, he was like, interested in the old girl and all that. I was just like, it was crazy to see the progression, Roshiu's progression, like all that, right? You know what was so crazy to me is the dynamic shift and how they kind of, I don't know if y'all saw Fantastic Four, but it was very similar to what happened in Fantastic Four, a movie I didn't really like, about how something happens and then the public just turns on you. That's one thing I felt like it was necessary in this anime to happen, but I didn't like seeing it. I didn't like seeing people forget where they came from underground and turning on somebody who literally willed his way to fight on your behalf. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And maybe that's like the energy and the reaction that the producers want you to have, seeing that, because it was just like, how do you shift so quick? How are humans so nimble-minded, so feeble-minded, to where they can just switch like that in an instant from praising you to wanting you dead? It's crazy. And no, I didn't like, and when I say I didn't like, I'm not saying I didn't like the pieces, like this made the anime bad. I'm just saying I'm giving you my raw reaction to watching it. With just Roshiu's way of just navigating. The way he's just navigating. And yes, like I said, I'm leaving a lot of stuff out because I'm not gonna go like in depth like on that. I'll just give you what stuck out to me, right? So clearly through the journey of the first half of the season, Simone and Kamina are going to these different spots, uncovering people from the underground and like adding to their group, etc. Right? So Roshiu was one of those people, and Derry as well. Derry and I forgot the girl's name. But that whole shift in dynamic of Roshi going up to power, sentencing Simone to death. Like, one thing I didn't like was how understanding Simone was. You know, it's one thing to like have the end goal in mind. It's another thing when someone is hoeing you crazy, like crazy, and like you just kind of allowing it. Like he was so forgiving, and it's like, dude, this dude stole your drill off your neck. He threw you in jail. He blamed all this shit on you when it's not your fault. It was diabolical. It was honestly diabolical. And it low-key pissed me off, to be honest. Because it was just like, you ungrateful son of a bitch. Roshi, you weak-ass nigga. Pissed me off. So, and then he had the audacity when shit went south, but his ass got saved again, which is crazy to me. Roshi, you throw me away in jail. I get out of jail, and I save your ass. And then you have the audacity to try to flee the scene and try to go kill yourself? Bitch, nigga, mink his ass. Knock him back out to reality. Like, bro, that was crazy to me. That was some crazy writing to me. Why the hell? Like, I get it. Because, like, it's like the pressure, and, like, I think the pressure was getting to him and everything. But at the same time, it was like, bro, I didn't risk my ass to save the world and your ass just for you to go off yourself with a 22. No, sir. No, sir, Rocio. Go get some bitches, calm the fuck down, and leave these feeble-minded folks on the ground while I'm going to the space to handle business. So that was 3. I'm starting to lose track of what I want to talk about. 4, when it comes to the character development, seeing Simone grow up, seeing Kamina come back in like the later episodes to pull him back out of it, keep him like locked in, seeing Keaton, I think that's his name, blonde-headed dude, I mean, go from just a bullish jerk to someone who's putting his life on the line, like, it was those little things. Seeing Videl being a beastman who's always losing to coming on the side of humans, like just seeing the integration of beastman and humans, dude. And what's crazy to me, all in 27 episodes. All in 27 episodes. Crazy. It was crazy. The character progression you got in only 27 episodes is something. It takes some animes 2 seasons to do. It's wild. It was truly wild. This anime was really great. It pulled on the heartstrings. It had that element to where the main character had so much will, so much desire. So much, it was very like a Kawhi Leonard aspect for those who watch NBA, of the old Kawhi Leonard that's like, doesn't say much, the quiet guy, but is so good and does his job really well and can extend himself really well that it brings others along. That's Simone, man. Now, of course, towards the end, Simone was more vocal and everything, but that wasn't him in the beginning. This guy has so much potential and everything. Dude, it had one quote in here that Simone said. Basically was saying that why would I fear the future that has not happened yet to stall me right now in the moment? I mean, who was in their bag? What producer, what writer was deep in their bag writing some shit like that? I mean, that's stuff that you take from an animation, you apply to your life, and you move accordingly. It's some beautiful shit. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I just love the element of, I already said this, but I love the element of Vidal, whatever his name was. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And how he just joined. right? Like, I mean, going from fighting in the prison, going to fighting outside, he fought Kamina, he fought everybody, right? And then you just had this element of it went from us versus them to no, now we're us versus the real threat, right? Which you always just wish would happen when it comes to real life, right? Republicans versus Democrats. No, like what? How do we make America better? But no one thinks like that no more, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Great anime. You know, animation, like I said, was pretty good. Action scenes were good. Especially the ending. The ending when they were fighting the anti-spiral. And then he like had like 4 gunmen just bust out, man. That was crazy, man. Nia, I think it was Nia. What's her name? And it was crazy. The only thing I would say was you saw it with just having 27 episodes. There were some plot holes, right? To where like they kind of skip over some things, or some things were kind of forced an explanation, etc. It didn't, because the character progression was so good for all the individual characters and the camaraderie. It didn't bother me as much that the plot wasn't so seamless, because I still just enjoyed the fact that like there was problem solving, there was collaboration and everything. So that's one little thing that if I had to, you know, take some points off, I would. That the plot was kind of jumpy a little bit, and I genuinely, I know it's part of the anime, but I just genuinely didn't like the whole Roshiu's like rise to power. Like I just felt like it could have been handled a different way. I really do, but it is what it is. That's how it was written. So all in all, great anime. This is for sure on my list of, you know, things I watch, and I wouldn't put it in my top 5 yet. I won't put it in my top 5 here yet with that. But great anime. I'll give this one. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I think this is a really good, I wouldn't say it's a good starter anime. I think it's a really good like mid anime. Like after you watch, you know, Demon Slayer movie or something, just come watch this for 27 episodes, get a different kind of vibe, get the kind of gunman vibe and all that, and yeah. Shout out to Simone, man. I didn't really care too much for the ending. I get it, especially given after Nia died, but you know, the ending wasn't nothing. I mean, it was 20 years later, right? Like, I don't know, man. But I'm not the type of person to complain about something and not have alternative. So now I'm over here thinking like, what else would I like to see? I don't really have anything, but I didn't really care too much for the ending. So I'm not gonna knock off points for it, but just had to say that.
Okay.